I'm going to do my very best to rein in my overwhelming sarcasm throughout this video, but I probably won't succeed. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of robertoblake.com, helping you create something awesome today. So in today's video, we're going to tackle an interesting topic that centers around passive income, and specifically, we're going to talk about affiliate marketing. Everyone's favorite scam, and I'm being very snarky when I say that because affiliate marketing is not a scam. And I'm going to preface this by saying that if you have friends that are, married and they're in love and they're in la la land, they will tell you that marriage and love and having kids is the greatest thing in the world and that it's such a joy. And right? Okay. Now, if you have a friend that is single, has been jilted, has been cheated on, and, is stumbling into the bar every other night, then they're probably going to tell you that love is a sham, it is a lie, and that everyone is only out for themselves, and that you're only waiting to be disappointed by people because that's their experience. Meaning that people who have been successful at affiliate marketing will tell you that it's amazing and it's fantastic because it's been very good to them. People who have tried it and have been met with nothing but failure will tell you that it's a scam and that's a lie because it didn't work out for them. And you have a real life example in the same form of life and relationships and love. Happy people who are in great healthy relationships will tell you that it's great and that you should go out and find someone and get married. People who have been disappointed and jilted or cheated on will tell you that, it's only setting yourself up for disappointment. It's the same thing. Everything usually comes down to those kind of, binary decision-making things. So let's talk about why people aren't necessarily successful, what my experiences are, and let's deal with some of the myths around affiliate marketing and passive income in general. When I talk about passive income, I'm not using your grandpappy's definition. I'm using the definition used by people like Gary Vaynerchuk, Pat Flynn, John Lee Dumas, people who are actually successful. And by that, I'm being, again, snarky and sarcastic because I'm trying to drive the point home that there is a modern interpretation of a word, and then there is a traditional or stuffy professional version of a word, and those things evolve. It's not that people are making up their own definitions or changing them, that these things do evolve. Uber wasn't in the lexicon just a few years ago. The lexicon just keeps evolving and changing. With that in mind, let's deal with one of the elephants in the room. You need a big audience to be successful in affiliate marketing. A lot of people have said that the only reason I can talk about how successful I've been in affiliate marketing through platforms like Amazon or through web hosting or through TubeBuddy when it comes to a YouTube plugin or other things. It's because, well, you have this large audience in YouTube and in your other social media platforms. There's some validity and truth to that it makes it easier in theory to be successful, but it's not a measurement of whether you can be successful just because you do or don't have those numbers in your favor, because anyone who's ever actually done sales and or marketing knows there's actually only one number that matters: conversion rate. Conversion rate actually matters, meaning that if you have an audience of 100,000 people, but 0.01% of those people convert, it's not really doing that well for you. On the other hand, if you had 1,000 people in your audience and 10% of them converted, depending on what the margin is, you're doing fantastic. Let's put that into perspective here. What if I told you that even if you only have an audience of 100 people, that you still have a disproportionate opportunity to make a lot of money? Well, how is that possible? What if you were selling a product that has a really good conversion rate for your particular type of audience? And what if the margin on that in terms of your commission was really good? A primary example would be, what if you were getting $100 per sale through referring a service of some kind? Web hosting is a really good example of this, meaning that if you had an audience of people that absolutely need a website, and you had an audience of 100 of them, even if only 10% of them were to convert the first time that you talked to them about it, well, 10 times 100 is $1,000. So all of a sudden, you have the capacity to make $1,000 through the commissions on that sale. And that's not far-fetched because companies like Bluehost do $65 payouts in commissions for the lowest price product that they offer in terms of web hosting for people to build a website. And there are other ones that offer a little bit more than that, just depending on what company you're talking to. Some of them have higher tiers based on the product that you sell, meaning that if you sold the second the second cheapest, not even most expensive, the second cheapest web hosting product that Bluehost offers, you'd get probably about $100 off of that. And if you aren't sharing shared web hosting and you're starting to sell something really robust like dedicated servers, because maybe your audience are the type of business people that would actually buy a dedicated server and would need like an SSL cert because they're doing e-commerce. Well, those people, those commissions, they're a lot more. That's hundreds of dollars a sale. So all of a sudden, your audience size doesn't matter, right? Right. So that myth can be squashed. It all comes down to what you're selling. What if you're trying to do something like Amazon affiliate marketing because that's the easiest thing to do in terms of an affiliate program and you still don't have a huge audience? Well, if you're specifically trying to convert people and sell laptops and you're doing laptop reviews, I've got news for you. As long as the laptop's about maybe $600 plus, the odds are your commission is going to be about $25 based on the way they cap it out. If you sell like a cheaper laptop, the price could go down. But as long as you're selling a laptop that's at least $600, you probably make 25 bucks. So all of a sudden, trying to make $100 a day doesn't seem that far-fetched. But to actually start to be successful at this, you don't have to make $100 a day. If you start making even $30 a day doing something online that doesn't take you a lot of time to set up, you'd be making an extra $900 a month. If you're making an extra $900 a month, congratulations. You gave yourself a $10K a year raise. Maybe you're not quitting your day job, but you can take a vacation. So I really feel that if you're struggling with the concept of affiliate marketing, it might have to do with you looking at it the wrong way, only seeing problems and not seeing opportunities, not crunching the numbers, doing the math and making it practical, and maybe you're just listening to people who are forlorn and jilted, like the drunk guy who's been cheated on or the spinster. You're listening to them instead of people who actually have what you want, a good relationship. If you wanted to go out and you wanted to get married, you probably should be hanging out with and talking to and being mentored by people who are in healthy, happy, loving relationships instead of listening to people who are single and miserable about what a relationship is or isn't. Unless it's, hey, don't do all the things I did to end up where I am, that's perfectly valid to take mentorship from them if that's the case. So again, if people are telling you, oh, affiliate marketing is a scam or no one can be successful at it or so on and so forth, I would advise you and encourage you to look at people who have been successful at it, find people that have been successful at it, and figure out what they did differently than people who aren't successful at it. And then, if they're willing to share that secret with you, replicate their success. Do what they did, and you will probably see similar results. Just like if you went and you found somebody that's actually fit and healthy and, has rocking guns, they're probably a fantastic person to be your personal trainer. If you find somebody that's not that and is not happy with their body image and is morbidly obese, probably not the best person to be taking nutrition and workout advice from. Probably not a good idea. Again, I'm being snarky, but I'm dead serious about this. That is a lot of the issue with when people talk about marketing or online or video or YouTube or anything that they want to do. If you actually look at and model people who are successful, and Evan Carmichael has a YouTube channel that's all about this, by the way, about modeling the success of other successful people to get there yourself and finding out what they did versus what you were doing that hasn't worked. That matters. Not only what you did that hasn't worked in the past, but what other people have done that, created their failure points. If you identify where the failure point is, and then you're able to actually work toward addressing it, that creates the potential for success, right? If you find somebody who's been successful and you follow the same breadcrumbs as them, then you'll probably be successful. It's why we use our parents a lot of times as a model for certain things that we want, because we use them as a baseline for success because they're the most immediately, readily available example. But when it's time for us to go beyond the knowledge that they have, we seek out people who are experts in a very specific thing, in the form of when you want to, play football, you're usually learning that from your football coach. When you want to learn martial arts, you're going to the martial arts instructor. When you want to learn cooking, you're going to culinary school. There are people who have done a very specific thing they're good at it, and if you want to be good at that thing, learning from somebody who's mastered it or is at least reasonably good at it is the best thing you could possibly do for yourself. Anyway, I hope this video helps you guys understand a little bit more about how affiliate marketing and passive income can work for you if you actually put in the work to make it successful, and why, in my opinion and my experience, it's not a scam. Like anything else, You get into it, what you put out of it, if you're doing it efficiently and effectively, and if you're doing it with an actual plan that's been proven to be successful. Anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section. Also, if you have a video request for Small Business and Social Media Saturday videos, let me know that as well. Always love you guys' feedback. Always love the ideas that you guys give me for new videos. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.